Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurs from all over the world, please make welcome the truth guy, Mr. Home-Based Business himself. The man of the hour, everyone's favorite, Kerry Miller. Welcome the truth guy, Mr. Home.
Okay, and we are going to try this again tonight. We came on live last night, and after it was over, yes, sir, and I am live, and I just wanted to check to make sure. When things go bad, they just go bad, and there's nothing you can do about it. We had our live last night on this very topic that we're talking about right now, or fixing to talk about right now, and man, it's been a tremendously busy day. I wasn't going to go live tonight, but because of last night falling apart and things not coming together like we hope they would, and we're here tonight, and we're looking forward to sharing with you again this topic, because I think it's extremely important that you understand that you're in business and we are in a new world. 2020 is past, but we're still going through the bumps and the bruises and the ups and the downs, and we have to realize that no matter what happens, we have to still grow our business. We can't stop. We have to continue to move on. And so what do you do in this new world? What do you do in this time of fear, I guess you could say, because a lot of businesses are in fear right now. It doesn't matter if you have a home business or a business out in the public. And I brought me some water tonight, but it doesn't matter where you're at. We all go through that. And you also have to realize this: no matter what period we're in, no matter what season we're in, no matter what time of year we're in, we're always going to go through ups and downs, right? And growing a business does not happen overnight. You just can't wake up tomorrow and say, I want to be a millionaire and expect it to happen. It takes a lot of hard work, and it takes a lot of dedication, and it takes a lot of discipline to get you there. And it would be great if we could all wake up, right? I mean, I would wake up every morning. I'd go to bed just to wake up if I knew I could wake up and there'd be another $1 million in the bank. But put all that aside, you have to say, well, what do I got to do to make that $1 million? What do I got to do in my business to make $1 million? And you have to have a plan. You have to put together that plan and know where you're going. You got to know what your products are. You got to know what your margins are. You have to know what your whole outset is. But the first thing you have to do is set your mindset. And you have to say, you know what? I am going to wake up every single day with the right mindset. I'll give you a prime example of what I'm talking about. And I invite everybody to join me on Thursday nights. Day before, let's see, I started this morning at 6:30, and every Thursday at 6:30 in the morning, we're going to have a thing called Coffee with Kerry. Thursdays live at 6:30 a.m. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do that, and I want to bring people on board, and I want to wake up with people, and I want to talk to people. And we're not going to talk business. We're just going to talk general stuff. We're just going to talk just whatever's happening in the world. We want to talk about you. And so one thing I want to do with that is I want to bring on somebody every Thursday, just one person, whether you've been on camera or not. And I want that to be our day. And I want us to share, and I want you to share, and I want us to all get to know each other. And I put that together in about 30 minutes. I said, you know what? I'm going to put this together. I hadn't created any intros. I hadn't created any outros. I created that little graphic I just showed you. This is my coffee cup I used this morning. I just ordered a custom coffee cup that says Coffee with Kerry K, and my picture and everything, because when I do things, I like to do things right, and I like to have the mindset. And if I put myself in the right mindset, then I know that things are going to go my way. You have to be victorious in your thoughts. Quit being critical of yourself. The first thing we do is we look in the mirror and we say, gosh, man, I'm so sick of failing. I'm so sick of hitting those bumps in the road. I'm so sick of not getting where I'm going. I'm so sick of all this stuff happening. We have to be victorious in our thoughts. We have to know when we wake up that it's going to be a great day. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, it's going to be a great day. Don't criticize yourself for the things that happened the day before. You see, you're a business owner. Number one, you're an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs don't know the word quit. Entrepreneurs know that they have to have the right mindset and to be victorious in everything that they think. Now, do we have to adjust along the way? Absolutely we do. Listen, I did a whole show last night, and after the show was over, I was so excited about the show, and I said, wow, not one single sound on the video. You know what? What did I do? I adjusted. I made an adjustment because I have a victorious mindset. I said, all I've got to do is do it again tonight. You know, I was going to do something different tonight. So next Monday, we'll start off with the second part of this. But be victorious. Know that you're a winner. Know that you're going to get to where you are. And know that you're headed to the next level. I always ask people, what is your why? And most people say, well, my why is I want to do this for my family, and I want to do this so we can travel, and I want to do this so I can give my family a better life, and I want to do all these things for a specific reason. That is your why. And most people know their why. Unfortunately, they don't know their next. So one day I was laying in bed. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up and I said, hey, that's it. Everybody knows their why. What is your next? What is your next step? What is your next level? Where are you going to take yourself as a business owner? See, you're here today, but you have to know where you're going. What is your next step to get you there? Most people that I see and that I talk to are just starting out. They've never had a home business. They've never had a brick and mortar business. They've never been an entrepreneur. They're young entrepreneurs, and they're so eager and they're so excited. And they throw all this stuff out there. They have no plan. They don't know how to get to their next level. They don't know how to take the things that they're doing and take themselves to that next level. And so what happens is you surround yourself with all these people and you say, hey man, I'm excited about this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make all this happen. And you're on cloud nine. You're already on your next level, but everything else is still down here. And you realize that nobody is as excited about you than you are. And the reason for that is you have to surround yourself with the right people. You have to surround yourself with people who are on the same level as you. It's hard to get somebody to understand that you want to make $1 million if they've never made but $25,000, or they've never made more than $50,000, or they've never made more than $75,000. They can't comprehend that because they're stuck in the rut, right? They're stuck in the job, and that's all they know. That's all they want to do, and that's all they will ever do. You have to surround yourself with people who are success-driven, who are positive people, who are winners in their own mind, and they know that they wake up every day with the right mindset, and they're going to be victorious for that day. And they're not critical of themselves. You need somebody that's going to be able to say, hey, listen, let's figure out what the problem is. I'll give you a prime example. Had a young mentor the other day, and he sent me a message, and he said, man, I've got so much time on my hands. He said, I don't know what to do. And I simply said, well, how many people are you talking to a day? He said, about 100. I said, are you speaking to them physically, or are you just chatting with them? He said, I'm just sending out messages. I said, out of that 100, how many of them are you physically talked to? He said, maybe 10 or 12. And he said, out of that, and I said, out of that 10 or 12, how many are actually listening to you? And he said, none. That's because you're talking to the wrong people. You see, in literally 5 minutes, we were able to whittle down and figure out exactly where the issue was in his business. You have to analyze everything. People that aren't success-driven and positive and winners aren't going to be able to help you analyze where you're at. You know, the first thing they're going to tell you, dude, you need to quit that. Is you're wasting your time. No, you're not. You're fulfilling your dreams. You're taking yourself to the next level. You're taking yourself to the next place. Why? Because you do have a victorious mindset. When you look in the mirrors in the morning and you wake up, you say, you know what? I'm going for it. This reminds me of a story with Dina Elliott Boyd. I love this girl. She is extremely positive, and she's a real estate agent. And when she went to real estate school, and I had her on a show with me one night, and she was saying, the instructor said that most everybody in here would fail. That was the positivity that he threw out there. Hey, before you even get started, even though you spend all this money to get your real estate license and go to school and do all these things, you're probably going to fail. And she took that as a positive. See, she took that negative and turned it into a positive. And she said, you know what? Screw him. I'm going out here and I'm going to be successful. And you know what? She's extremely successful. Why? Because she wakes up with that victorious mindset. She knows she's going to win. I see her on Facebook every day, letting people know where she's at, letting people know she's showing home. And she always makes sure she lets people know, hey, closing another deal today. Who do you want to be your realtor? Someone that just sits on their butt in an office and don't do anything for you? Or somebody who is successful and letting you know, hey, I'm closing another deal. I'm closing another deal. I want that person on my side. You see, we all have negatives thrown at us. We have negatives thrown at us by the most, I'm trying to think of a kind word. People who are not as smart entrepreneurially as you are. You see, we're taught to do what? We're taught to have a job. I mean, we go to school, we start in kindergarten, we start being indoctrinated into the job market when we're 15. We graduate from school. They say, hey, why don't you go to college and spend $250,000 so you can get a job? And when you spend that $250,000, you're probably going to cap out somewhere between $50,000 and $100,000, but maybe $150,000 eventually after 30 or 40 years. And you say, gosh, this isn't really what I signed up for. Now, some of those people will break off and say, okay, I went to this business school and this business school, and they launched their business, and they're very focused, and they have that mindset, and they know that they're going to surround themselves with successful people, successful alumni from the college that are extremely positive, that are winners. But I don't know if you realize this, but a very small percentage of people that even start college finish college, and a very small percentage of people that graduate college actually go into the field that they go into. So as an entrepreneur, you're able to learn, you're able to succeed, you're able to encourage yourself, you're able to educate yourself every single day. You don't have to sit in a business school to learn. I didn't go to college. I've been extremely successful. Why? Because I have that mindset. I have that winner's mindset that nothing's going to stop me, nothing's going to slow me down, nothing's going to get in my way. And when I need to learn something, there's this thing called Google. And I Google and I listen and I lay in bed at night and I watch videos. I get up every morning about 5 o'clock and I start my day, and I go to bed every night about 10 o'clock. And when I lay in bed, I educate myself because everything's quiet. The phone's quit ringing, and it's my time. It's my time to educate myself and make things happen and understand what I'm going to do to get to the next level. You see, you can't have excuses. Oh, I'm tired today. Guys, I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, had a 6:30 show with Coffee with Kerry K live this morning at 6:30. Then after that, I held a conference all day for a large organization all over the world. And after that, I built 2 apps and I built 3 coupons. And then after that, it was 6:45. And I said, I've got a show to do. And after this, I'm going to get some dinner. After that, I'm going to sit down for about an hour. It's going to be bedtime. And then I'm going to absorb some education. And you see, that's what you have to do. You can't make excuses. Now, tomorrow, you know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to take off. Why am I going to take off tomorrow? Because it's Friday. And if you'll watch my show this morning, you'll know why I'm having Coffee with Kerry on Thursday, because I don't like to work on Fridays. Now, I do things. I'm not going to tell you I don't do things. It's just my nature, but it's cleanup work. And by about 12 o'clock, I'm done. I'm through, But the first thing you have to do in order to set your mindset, in order to be victorious, in order to get to that place where you want to go, you have to believe in yourself first. You have to believe in yourself. Quit waiting on other people to believe in you. You have to believe in yourself. I believe in you, or I wouldn't give my time every day to try to help you, to try to help get you to the next level. I can't put you there, but I can encourage you to be there. You have to love yourself. Guys, I love me. Nobody loves me more than I love me, and nobody believes in me more than I believe in me. And you know, I say that my mother, I speak to her every single day. She believes in me. She's always encouraging me. She's always lifting me up, and I always enjoy it. And I speak to her almost every single day, either via text or on the phone. Why? Because she's an encouragement to me. She always says, "Oh, honey, you're just so busy. I'm so happy for you. I'm so thankful that business is doing well." You've got to hear that. You know, she's part of my success circle. Now, if she was one of those mothers that constantly nagged and said, "Hey, you know what? You're just wasting your time," I would call her and tell her I loved her, but I wouldn't spend time, during the middle of the day to get that encouragement I needed. I would call somebody that would encourage me. Like my good friend Roger Pineda, he calls me every day. He said, "Hey man, I got 3 more sales." Awesome, dude. That's great. There's not a better salesman in the world. Go out there and get it, knock it out, knock it down. And you know what? He does it every single day. Why? Because he knows he can. Why do I do what I do? Because I know I can. I don't need somebody to tell me, "Hey, you can do that. You can't do that." I know I can. You have to know you can. Believe in yourself, love yourself, and know you can get through any single thing that comes your way. Nothing's going to stop you. You're going to get knocked down. You're going to get dirty. You're going to get drugged through the mud. People are going to laugh at you. People are going to make fun of you. Hey, you don't need those people. As a business owner, if you want to be successful in this new world, and as a young business owner, as a young entrepreneur, and you want to grow your business, you've got to get tough skin. You have to be tough, and you have to say, "You know what, dude, I love you, but I don't need your negativity. If they don't talk to you again, there ain't nothing you can do about that. You can still love them. You can still care about them. But you don't need that in your life. You don't need people dragging you down." In business, it's tough enough. I mean, my gosh, I sat here last night for 30 minutes and prepared this whole show, and a microphone didn't connect. I mean, that was a serious negative. And I could have said, "Crap, I'm not doing this no more. I'm sick of doing this." No, I said, "Hey," I took that post down. I resend out another post and said, "We're going to go online tonight. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to talk about the exact same thing." Why? Because I believe in what I say, because I've been there. I will tell you this. People ask me all the time and say, "Kerry, what have you done that's been successful?" And I tell them, I don't tell you to do anything that I've not done. I've been face down in the dirt with the arrows in my back, people walking over top of me, telling me that I suck, telling me, man, that I'll never be successful. Guys, it took me a while to even get on camera. I used to hide behind a PowerPoint. But then after I started it, I knew I could. And it increased my business. And I want to teach you guys to do that. That's why I want to bring you on with me live. I posted a post in the group. And I said, "Hey, I want to bring on entrepreneurs. I want to give you all a chance to tell your story." And not one person. Why? Because nobody's willing to take the initiative and say, "Hey, guys, hey, dude, man, I'll jump on there with you. If I'm the only one, I'll do it every week because I want to get better. I have no excuses. I want to do it because I believe in myself and I'm going to make it happen." So you have to persevere and overcome all the bad things in life. And the one thing that drives us down is the no's. I hate it. One of my biggest pet peeves is that person that says, "Oh, you got to go out and get the no's to get a yes." That is such bull crap. You see, as a business owner, this is what you need to do in this new world. You have to find out why they didn't buy. How do you do that? Simply ask a question. "Hey, can I ask you a question? I believe in my product, and I believe my product can help you. And after doing this presentation, you said no. May I ask why you don't feel that this is a product for you?" They're going to tell you. Put a little recorder in your pocket. Put your phone in your front pocket and turn the recorder on. I mean, you have all the technology with you 24/7. Listen to what you say. Just like the mentoree that I was talking about earlier. It took 5 minutes to analyze that and say, "Hey, this is where you're going wrong. Number one, you're not bringing in the right people that are interested in what you have. Number two, you're not bringing in people that are success oriented. People that want to start a business, that want to get involved with what you do, are success oriented. You have to be able to surround yourself and talk to those kind of people, and it ain't a bunch of people that's just going to say no. Ask people. This is my philosophy in life. If you come to me and you say, hey, I want to be successful, I need to make money, I am in bad shape, and I've got a way for you to do that, then you tell me you have to think about it, guess what? Go waste somebody else's time. Because after everything you just told me, that you are face down in the dirt and you're broke and you need to make money and you don't know how to do it, and I'm willing to give you my time to help you do that, and then you say you have to think about it, move on. I mean, we have to overcome all those things, but you've got to be able to say, as a business owner, you know what? I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to get to where I'm going. I'm going to do all these things. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to overcome, and I'm going to execute. You have to apply yourself. You have to execute your plan, whatever your plan is. Now, I encourage you during these shows to come in live and post some questions and say, hey, Kerry, how do I do this? I will coach you right during our sessions. I will talk to you during these moments. Now, the coffee with Kerry is just a BS moment that we're going to talk and have a good time and get to know each other. But in these sessions, let me encourage you to come in and ask questions. And at the end of the mentor sessions, I will talk to you. We'll talk. How do you do that? You execute. You say, hey, tonight I'm going on. I'm going to ask Kerry these questions. I'm going to send them to me in the chat box, and we'll talk. Apply yourself. Make it happen. Nobody can do it for you. You can sit back and hope that everybody else is going to help. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I see these gurus, in these groups, and I told myself I will not do that in this group. Now, I will tell you, if you're looking for a great business partner and you want to build a business and make $1 million, go to kerrymiller.tv and set an appointment with me, and we'll talk about it. That's what I say. I'm not going to sit here and push a bunch of stuff on you, because I'm here to coach you and help you in what you do, where you're at, where you're going. Okay. And you have to make everything you do second nature. When you wake up in the morning, you have to say, hey, today I'm victorious. Today I've got the right mindset. Today I'm going to do exactly what I'm going to do. No different than when you wake up, you say, I've got to put on my shoes, I got to put on my pants, got to put on my shirt, I got to go out to the car, I got to crank the car, I got to warm up the car, I got to drive down the road, I've got to make this right turn, left turn, and I'm at work. That's all second nature. You could probably do it with your eyes closed. Do not quit. You're an entrepreneur. Do not quit. Quitting is the worst thing you can do, because the hardest thing you can do when you fall off that horse is to get back on that horse. And I'll tell you a quick story about that. I had a little Shetland pony when I was little, and I was probably third or fourth grade. And where I lived out in the country, the back of our pasture used to be the Cotton Belt Railroad. And I used to go back there and I used to run my horses, because it was very flat, because it was a railroad track, their old railroad track. It was very flat, and it was about a quarter mile long. And I was running. I'd never done it before. I did it with quarter horses all the time. But I started running that little Shetland pony, and she wouldn't stop. And she tripped over a piece of wire. As she was falling forward, I laid down on top of her and rolled with her. I could have broke my back, could have broke my neck. I could have killed myself right then. She rolled over, I rolled over with her, and I'm like a mile from my house. And I thought, God, man, the first thing I was concerned about was her. And she got up, she shook it off, and she's a tough little booger. And the first thing that went through my mind is, I'm afraid to ride. Now I'm in the third or fourth grade. I looked at that horse, I gave her a hug and gave her a kiss because I was worried about her. And I got back on her. And we rode back to the house. You see, when you fall off that horse, you got to get back on, or you're never, ever going to get back on again. Do not quit. Be that entrepreneur. Make things happen. Hey, listen, I'm going to close with this one more time just to give you a heads up. If you want to come on with me on a Thursday morning live at 6:30 a.m., it'd be a great way to get us to know each other. Would love to have you. Just shoot me a message at the box here, and we'll get it set up. I'm going to have several people every week that we're going to bring someone on and just have a good time together. Listen, I want to thank you for coming out. I apologize for last night, but I was able to get my point across tonight and do the same thing. Stay with us, watch for us, be a part of the group, be involved in the group, and let's all work together. As always, I'm going to close out with my good friend, Frankie. Frankie, take it away, buddy.